just got home from work and my first Imperfect Foods box is here. Hi everyone, I just got home from work and as you can see I got my first Imperfect Foods box, and this is kind of a long time coming because I actually ordered this box a while ago, but I kept having to delay. So my first box was supposed to arrive February 14th, but I knew it wouldn't be around, so I delayed it. And then I was out of town, or I knew I wasn't going to be home very early in the evening. I was worried about my food sitting outside, so I delayed it. So what I have already learned from this experience is that it's very easy for you to skip weeks. So I skipped 3 weeks in a row before ordering this box. The reason I had to delay is because they offer a very narrow window of delivery for my area I live in. So I think if you lived in a more populated area or the suburbs or something like that, they would be able to accommodate more ranges of delivery time. But because I live in a small town, they only would allow for a Friday delivery. So that's kind of I guess the first downside I saw in this delivery system. So that's something to consider if you do choose to go this route, because if you are going to be away when they do deliver in your area, that might be a problem for you. But I thought I would unbox, and I ended up getting a lot more items for this box than the ones they had planned for me, because you can very easily switch out the items for things that you like and want. And so I did switch out items, and I made an entire week menu for myself using those using the items that they had available. This is a pretty big box, and I think when they delivered it, they put the items on their side. So hopefully they are okay. One thing, I did get an email and I ordered some tangerines, and they ran out of the particular ones that I ordered, so they gave me different tangerines and credited my account a couple bucks. So that was great, and that's totally understandable because they can only fulfill what's available, since this food is based on things that supermarkets don't deem of a certain level of quality. One of the most important things I want to look at first is the temperature inside this box to see if it's nice and cool. And it is very cold, especially in the bottom. They have some ice packs, and I can feel that they're right around the proteins. I eat a lot of romaine lettuce, and so I'll go through 3 romaine hearts in a week, and so these are organic. They didn't really separate the food items into areas, which I suppose would add extra packaging, which is a good thing, but everything is slightly jumbled, and I'm sure it was nicely packaged before it was delivered. And I noticed that all of my food items landed on top of this arugula. So honestly, this arugula is not in good shape, and I don't think it's a fault of this company. I think this is a fault of the delivery. So I think I'm gonna let them know, because this is the condition that they're in. I could probably use them as an ingredient in a pesto. Up next, I got 2 bunches of green onions, and my intention with these is you can actually retain the root end of green onions and plant them in your garden, and they will grow back. So I've been wanting to accumulate some green onion root ends so I can grow my own crop. And these are overall in good condition. There is a leaf over here that is a little blemished, but honestly, they're in wonderful condition otherwise. I have a bag of Brussels sprouts, and the cut end is a little bit brown, but the leaves are in good condition. And anyway, no matter what condition a Brussels sprout is, I trim that rough end because it is kind of tough after having been cut for a while. So again, not an issue for me. All right, let's see. Okay, same situation. Whoever delivered this slammed the food on top of the cilantro. So I have leaves falling off, and some of them, some of the stems are broken. Not horrible, but I would say that's a decrease in quality. If I saw it in the store, I wouldn't pay full price for it. But again, I don't think it's a function of Perfect Food. I think that UPS did not handle my produce very gently. So I'm actually at this point wondering if I ought to not purchase more delicate items like this, because I can see this happening again. Sturdier items will probably be fine. And I have to say, I got the alert on my phone saying that these items were delivered at 12:30, and I arrived from home around 5:30, so they'd been sitting on my front porch for about 5 hours, and everything is very cold at the bottom, so that's also good to notice. I got 2 cucumbers, so very irregular in size, but honestly, a portion of cucumber like this I could eat in one sitting because I do peel my cucumbers anyway. So these are the perfect size for me to just take in my lunchbox. I have quite the assortment of random carrots, no packaging on those guys, which is fine. I completely understand that. I got one little carrot tip just hanging out by itself. Pretty good. So, 4 carrots. Oh wait. Here's the bottom end of the carrot that I just ate. So 5 carrots. 4 yams. And I guess they're kind of crooked. Honestly, I would buy these for full price at the grocery store. I certainly have. And those will be great for breakfast. I love sweet potato and egg together. That's a very nourishing breakfast. It lasts me a long time. So I'm gonna make some sheet pan sweet potatoes to have this week. Oh, I'm so excited about these. I got some grapefruit. I have been craving grapefruit very strongly lately. So these are kind of on the small side. Ooh, they smell extremely good though. So this is actually the perfect portion for me to have one for breakfast. If they were the large ones, I would just have half. So I can't wait to meal prep these. So I'll just cut the skin off and section them and then put them in little dishes to have throughout the week. A cantaloupe. It smells like the cilantro. I think this slammed on top of the cilantro actually, but kind of on the smallish side, but perfect for probably 4 portions. Getting to the bottom, I got a couple Cara oranges and no tangerines, so I'm completely missing the tangerines. So that's a bummer. And then, unfortunately, I have a damaged kiwi, and I think that one of the packages of protein hit this, since my box was laid on the incorrect side by whoever delivered it. So I'm gonna have to put these in the fridge immediately so they don't go bad. But I got 5 kiwi fruit. This one has a cut in it as well, so that's kind of a bummer. But again, I keep repeating it. I don't think this is a problem with Imperfect Foods. I just think my package was handled very roughly. And I got some potatoes. So a couple rather large ones. I can see one of them has a crease in it. That's probably just from the harvesting process. And not due to the mail delivery brutalizing my produce. So those will be great for breakfast on Sunday. And finally, I got quite a few different proteins. These packs of chicken breast, 14 ounces. So I got 2 of them to eat for a couple different things I have on my menu. Like a quinoa bowl and basically a meat and 2 veg. So those will be used across the week. And a packet of ground turkey. I might just throw this one in the freezer. It was pretty good deal. I can't remember what the total was for it, but I just thought it was a good deal, so I grabbed that up. And then a couple of pork chops. I think each packet of chicken and the packet of pork chops were $3.99 a piece. And finally, sort of a special item is our dinner tonight. I got some Norwegian Steelhead trout and 2 nice fillets. So this is a great alternative to other fatty fish like salmon. So I was really excited about this. They're cold, which is wonderful. I was nervous about that. So these will go immediately in the fridge, but they look absolutely perfect. So dinner tonight will be carrots, and I'll do some potato, and let's see, I was going to make an arugula salad to go with dinner, but it's not in good condition, unfortunately, so I might just whip it up into an arugula sauce for the fish. You know, necessity is the mother of I can't say it. Necessity is the mother of invention, so I got it. So I will just whip out a cookbook or Google a recipe for arugula pesto or arugula sauce, and I will transform those leaves into something delicious. But I will sort of comment to them in some way or other about I'm missing the tangerines, and I'm going to double check my quantities that I ordered because I feel like I'm missing things, and whoever delivered this just like brutalized the food, so that's a total bummer. But that was my first Imperfect Foods. Would I give it, you know, 2 thumbs up? Not entirely, because I think that my box was kind of a jumble, and I'm obviously missing items, but I will consider giving it another go because overall I think I got some pretty good deals. Yeah, so to be continued on that. But maybe I'll show you some of the things that I cook from these ingredients, because overall I'm pretty excited about being able to kind of play around in the kitchen with them. So yeah, I'll show you the trout recipe. Now that I'm looking at it, I was missing these Mandarosa mandarins, and they did email me telling me that they were going to substitute a different kind of mandarin based on availability, and I was supposed to get 2 by 3 count, so a total of 6, and I didn't get any. Let's see. I'm supposed to get a pound of Cara oranges, but I got 2 oranges, and they ended up being about 3/4 of a pound, which is kind of nitpicky, but yeah, I don't think I received the full value. Let's see, was I missing anything else? Oh, welcome kit. Yeah, I had no documentation of anything, and I've seen other people open their boxes and they've had like a little kit telling them about the story, and I couldn't present that information with you. And I had a discount. I think that was a new member discount. They credited $2 back for the mandarins that they didn't have, and the grand total was $44.90 for all that food. Hey everyone, I've decided to go ahead and proceed with dinner, even though some of the items that I picked out weren't exactly of the quality that I was hoping for. I'm going to go ahead and make dinner with them. So right now I've got the arugula, and I've been picking off the tough stems and some of the less acceptable leaves, and I've been setting them to the side, and I've got quite a few that actually look quite good, but I'm going to soak them in some cold water to see if they'll crisp up and to clean them off. And I have my IKEA salad spinner here, and I have a while before dinner anyway, so I'm going to just see what happens with them. If they don't really shape up a little bit, I can always turn them into a pesto or I don't know, some sort of oh gosh, what's that Argentinian green sauce? The word escapes me. I want to say Chichen Itza, but I know that's a place and not a sauce. But anyway, chimichurri, arugula chimichurri. I've got some cilantro as well, so I can make that happen too. So that's stage one of dinner. But I was really glad to have this delivery system because I didn't really have time to go shopping this week, and I wanted to prepare dinner for my boyfriend tonight. And I've started a new job. I'm in week 3. I just finished my 3rd week, and things are going amazingly well. I'm you know, doing great work while I'm there, and I'm working in a laboratory. It's a wine laboratory because I am a wine scientist by training and profession, both vineyard and winery. So things are going well. I'm enjoying it, but I've been really busy, and I was excited to have this food delivery because I knew that I wouldn't have time to go to the grocery. I'm going to do a roasted vegetable medley. It's kind of chilly here, so I thought it'd be nice to warm up the oven and have some nice roasted veggies. And I've got my little Daiso Y-shaped peeler. I can't wait to use that. It works really well for how cheap it was. I'm doing 2 carrots because there's 2 people dining. 1 of the small yams, about 2 handfuls of Brussels sprouts, so I have 8. This small red onion I already had at home, and then I have this charmula blend. I believe charmula is indigenous to Northern Africa as a spice mix. I think it's almost like a salsa with fresh parsley and olive oil, but this is a dried mix from Oxbow Market here in the Napa Valley, and it's amazing on carrots. So I'm gonna get chopping. The arugula perked up. I'm so excited about that. I'm glad I thought to just soak it in a little cold water. So I think I will go ahead and make a salad. I'm making a vinaigrette for the salad. I've got the juice of about half a lime, salt and pepper, and a little squirt of mustard. This is a honey mustard. I'm just gonna drizzle in some olive oil and whisk it together, and it's as simple as that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. And cheers from wine country.